You're not crazy for feeling like your videos deserve more views. You spend countless hours scripting, editing, posting, and yet the video only gets 10 views. Meanwhile, someone else uploads a slideshow that they didn't even edit with only background music and hits 100,000 views overnight. This is even getting worse with AI. I totally get it. But here's the truth no one wants to hear. The algorithm isn't broken, it's just doing its job. And that job is simple: to keep people watching for as long as possible. If your video doesn't help YouTube do that, it doesn't matter how much effort you put in. The system quietly behaves like your channel doesn't exist. So in this video, I will be breaking down the data-driven truth about why your videos aren't getting views and how you can finally work with the algorithm instead of against it. Now, here's what most creators never realize. YouTube doesn't promote videos, it tests them. Every upload goes through a 24 to 48 hour test where YouTube shows your video to a small sample of viewers. If that group doesn't click or doesn't stay, the test fails, and the algorithm assumes the content isn't engaging enough to push further. This happens to both new and established creators, just in different ways. For beginners, YouTube doesn't have much channel data to rely on, so the test can swing either way. Sometimes your video gets thousands of views out of nowhere, and sometimes it completely flops. For example, I recently launched a new Faceless channel I'm experimenting with. The very first long-form video on that channel is now sitting at over 600,000 views, and it got monetized in less than 15 hours. Now you might say, Zinny, you already have experience. Of course it worked for you. Yes and no, because in the first 5 hours, that video barely got any traction. I was watching it trying to understand why. Then around the 6th hour, I decided to change the title, and almost instantly, YouTube started testing the video again with a different audience. Within hours, it exploded. But for established creators, it gets even trickier because YouTube already has data on your audience, what they like, what they ignore, how they behave. So if you post something that doesn't connect with that core audience right away, the algorithm quietly stops pushing it. For example, I once made a video I swore would perform well. It was one of the best ways to generate income with AI, in my opinion. But you guys weren't interested. Even after 2 months, the video barely moved. And that taught me something important. If your viewers don't respond to a topic, the algorithm won't either. Now, let's talk about the data that actually drives visibility. If you strip away all the noise and emotions, YouTube really cares about just 3 things: click-through rate, watch duration, and session time. Click-through rate, or CTR, tells YouTube how many people chose your video when they saw it. Videos above 6% CTR often get 3 times more impressions than those below 3%. Next is average view duration, or AVD. This is how long people actually stay. If most viewers drop off before the halfway point, YouTube stops testing that video fast. But when people watch for longer, when your retention crosses 50% or higher, the platform keeps pushing it for weeks. And the third is session time. What happens after they finish your video? If your video leads them to watch another, you're helping YouTube's main goal, keeping viewers on the platform. That's why even average videos can grow if they naturally feed into more watch time. So in short, YouTube isn't judging your effort, it's just measuring behavior. When you start tracking those 3 metrics, the algorithm will finally start trusting your content. Here's what most people don't realize. The algorithm doesn't care about your niche, your editing style, or even how often you upload. It only cares about patterns. It studies your audience's behavior over time. If your videos attract similar viewers who stay and keep watching, YouTube builds a viewer graph, basically a digital fingerprint of who your audience is and what they like. That's what determines whether your next upload gets shown to 200 people or 200,000. But if your topics are all over the place, one video about AI, the next about motivation, then something random, YouTube can't figure out who your content is for. When that happens, your reach stalls no matter how good the video is. So here's what you should do as a beginner or even an intermediate creator. Step 1, stick to similar topics for at least 10 videos. Don't switch too early. Give YouTube enough data to understand who your content is really for. That's how the algorithm builds confidence in your channel. If you already have a few videos, start by identifying your top performers, the ones with the highest retention or the most returning viewers. Those videos are the signals YouTube already trusts. Step 2, double down on that viewer type. Make your next 3 uploads for that same audience. Don't mix styles or topics yet. Stay consistent and let YouTube recognize your pattern. Step 3, check your traffic sources in analytics. If most of your views are coming from suggested or browse features, that's a good sign. It means YouTube is testing your content naturally. But if most of your views are from external sources like social media or direct links, that's a clue that YouTube hasn't figured out who to recommend you to yet. I've seen this exact thing in my own data. When I started posting back-to-back videos for the same viewer type, my impressions tripled within a month. It wasn't luck, it was pattern clarity. So if your videos aren't getting views, don't focus on posting more. Focus on posting with intention and consistency, because that's how YouTube learns who to send your videos to. Here's the part most creators overlook. This is actually good news, because if the algorithm is just doing its job, that means you can learn the job description. It's not luck, it's not timing, it's not some secret formula hidden behind the scenes. It's data, and data can be learned, tested, and improved. Now, if you're a beginner, this should take the pressure off. You don't need fancy equipment, a big budget, or years of experience. What you need is clarity. Pick one topic and stick with it for at least 10 videos. Pay attention to your analytics, not to judge yourself, but to learn. Don't delete videos that flop, study why they flopped. When you see your audience drop off, don't panic. That's the algorithm giving you feedback. It's telling you exactly where to improve next time. That's how smaller creators start growing, not by chasing every trend, but by mastering feedback. Once you start reading your analytics like a roadmap, you stop guessing and start building momentum that compounds with every upload. I've seen this happen on my own channels more than once. The moment I stopped taking the numbers personally and started treating them like data points, everything changed. So yes, the algorithm's just doing its job, but the good news, you can learn how to work with it. Because the moment you start doing your job, staying consistent, learning your data, and improving with intention, that's when YouTube starts working for you well. So to wrap this up, remember, you're not crazy. The algorithm isn't out to get you, it's just doing its job. And once you start understanding what it looks for, you can finally make it work for you instead of feeling like you're fighting against it. If you found this breakdown helpful, let me know in the comments. Do you like these kinds of strategy style videos? Would you want me to make more of them? Videos where we dive deeper into what's actually happening behind the scenes on YouTube and how you can grow faster even as a faceless creator. And if you're just getting started and you're wondering, okay, but what kind of faceless channel should I even build in 2026? Then make sure you check out this video next. The only faceless niches you should try in 2026. It'll help you find the right niche to pair with everything you just learned today. Because once you understand what to create and how the algorithm works, YouTube stops feeling like a guessing game and starts feeling like a system you can actually master.